Today is the 26th June 2026. I'm doing another practice, become a little bit more comfortable just talking for a video on YouTube. I want to see what the difference is when I just talk about a certain topic, or when I prepare a structure. In the last two videos I prepare structures. This time I just want to pick myself a topic. I just pick the topic of gratitude, and I will just talk about it, whatever comes to my mind. I will just see how it feels, how that is different in its feeling, because even at this point, it just feels very different. It just feels loose. If I have just a structure, it's weird. If I go from one word to 3 words, for some reason, I feel stressed and I feel different and I feel weird. But if I just pick one topic, I just feel different. I just feel like I'm just here and I'm just talking about something, and not like I have to present and perform and deliver something. It's weird how that works. It's really weird how that works. So, gratitude. Gratitude is a very important part in life that I often fall, what's the word? Not ill. I often miss or just fall back from gratitude. You really have to foster gratitude. You have to practice it. Not just that you have to make things ideally intentional that you can be grateful for, but you also have to practice being aware of it and looking back at things and being grateful for something, and letting myself feel the gratefulness and practice it. Gratitude very much has to be grown and fostered and cared for. It's not a thing that just easily happens. Sure, it can, but I think gratitude is really strong, especially if we need it and we kind of rely on it. It's really strong when we foster it and we do it intentional, and we build it and we use it and we let it grow. That is when gratitude is really strong. I don't think I have set a timer today, so that will be a little bit weird to not know when I end. I just thought about that. So, gratitude. What do I want to talk about gratitude? Gratitude, let's think, maybe we'll talk about how I try to embrace gratitude. So one practice that I have done with gratitude, and also to connect myself with the world again after a lot of depression and being down and not being very connected to the world, was with photography. I said, I felt like beauty wasn't touching me in any way. Like I saw something beautiful and something joyful, and I had very big struggles to connect myself with feeling joy and beauty, and feeling that and seeing that and being connected to joy and even to gratefulness a little bit, but mostly also with beauty. And with this practice, I use gratitude a lot. Also in combination with, I don't know if that's an English word for Vorfreude, pre-joy. I don't know, but if I remember, English doesn't have a nice word for that. It would be anticipation, but anticipation is not necessarily Vorfreude. But it doesn't matter. So what I did is I set myself up when I went for walks to just go on a quest to I am hunting for nice photos. Make beautiful photos, at least as beautiful as I can get them. It doesn't matter if they're like award-winning or something, just like a nice photo. And the next time a better one. And just look for them. And then because by looking for nice photos and for beautiful photos, I train myself to look for nice things around me. I make myself more aware of my surroundings because I want to catch them. I want to see them. I want to make photos of them. And I gamified in a way. I gamified hunting for nice photos. The joy in that, the joy that you get when you reach a goal, and then I combined that a lot with gratitude reflections. So I had like most of the times I have a morning walk. So I go on a morning walk, hunting for photos, making good photos, enjoying seeing them, enjoying making them, feeling joy that I got a nice photo, that I really got a nice shot or a nice situation or a nice sunset or whatever. And in the evening, I make gratitude reflections and look back at, for example, just like the photos that I was able to make, and I can look at them and I can share them with others. And I can a year later look back at them and see, oh, that was a nice picture that I made, or that was the place that I was at. So I have a lot of emotional steps in there where I have like anticipation and the pre-joy, Vorfreude of making them. I have the joy of succeeding in getting a beautiful photo on like a photo hunt kind of. And then I have the gratitude with my reflections. And I play it with like the anticipation, so the joy before, the joy at succeeding, and then the gratitude in looking back at that. And using these three steps of anticipation, of joy on succeeding, and on gratitude on reflection. It's a very nice tool to train myself to be more connected, to be more joyful, to have more things that I can be grateful for, because that event itself is something that I can be grateful for, that I can look at, that I can create. I'm able and I'm in control of creating experiences that I can be grateful for. And when I create experiences that I can be grateful for, I can practice gratitude a lot easier. And then I can do gratitude reflections, and I can feel good not just in the reflecting, but also that I do the reflections. I can look back at them. So it's gratitude is not just, you don't just need the part of being grateful. That is something that you have to practice, that you have to do intentionally, in my experience. But you also have to create the experiences that I can be grateful for. It needs both if we need to foster and use and really embrace gratitude. It needs both parts most of the time. At least in my experience, that's where gratitude is the most effective, and it's very stable from what it can bring you. Of course, the issue with gratitude is it's also very easy when you lose the habits, when you're not having and not able to create the experiences that you can be grateful for, and when you cannot do the reflections or the embracement and the feelings and connecting with that of being grateful. Those are at the end behaviors, and these behaviors, they can slip and they can reduce by pressure, by stress, by anxiety, by fears, by mental struggles, whatever. Life can like pull me away from creating the experiences that make me grateful, and from being able to tap into the gratefulness and experience and feel and connect to being grateful for things in my life currently. And both of these things have to be there. But both of these things are behaviors, and these behaviors, they can like slip away, and it's very easy for them to slip away. In my experience, at least in my life, that's very easy for them to just slip away. And so yeah, it is one of the big downsides I feel for gratitude. So it can be very stable if we can be very active with it, but it's very much an investment from the now to use the past, but to be able to use the past for positive energies. But what that is the thing that we're doing with gratitude. We need to invest in the future, so we can do that in the future. So it's very much like kind of a profit in the future from what I'm doing now. And I really like that about gratitude. Gratitude is very steady and stable and precious, but also easy to fade away. And we really have to care and foster for gratitude. It's a lot more like a plant, just not with not that you have to make your hands as dirty as with plants, which I'm not a fan of. But I like the idea of it, that you really have to foster and care for it, so that it can give you something back. I hope you have something that you can be grateful for today. I wish you a nice day. That was really good. That was really good. That was really fun. And that was so different. Damn.